Hello everyone, today I will repeat their food from the games in real life, namely Minecraft, Fortnite, and Genshin Impact. I think that everybody knows that in Minecraft you can craft a golden apple from an apple into 8 bars of gold. So today we are going to recreate it. For this we will need also 8 pieces of edible gold and an apple. Let's start with this. For convenience it needs to be impaled on a stick. And to make it easier we send corn syrup into a saucepan. Add some sugar, and a little bit of water. That's how we get a caramel. As soon as it has reached 150 degrees, it is ready, and you can take it off the stove. Now you just need to add a couple of drops of dye, and stir. That's it, now you just need to bathe the apple in the red caramel so that it covers it from all sides. After solidification, it's turned out really beautifully. Now, moisten the brush in water and slightly moisten the surface of the apple so that the gold sticks to it easily. Now let's take the full gold and glue it as carefully as possible on the apple. Gold leaf is an ultra-light and thin material, so you need to have very good nerves to work with it. Carefully, sheet by sheet, cover the apple from all sides. Now it's completely gold. Now you just need to remove it from the wand. This is what the golden apple looks like in Minecraft, but this is what it looks like in real life. Basically, it's pretty similar. But the most interesting thing here is that both in the game and in real life, it has a high value, since now the price of the apple is as much as $50. Let's try it. Apple and caramel always goes perfectly together. And as for the gold, it's completely tasteless. This was easy. Moving on to more complex dishes, we will repeat the cake from Genshin Impact. So, we need to repeat this cake 1-in-1 as in the game. First, we need a green plate. I found a really similar one. So now for the lining of the cake. We printed a similar ornament on waffle paper. It is completely edible. Indeed, it looks like tasteless waffles. We put it on the board and use a scalpel to cut out the desired part. Done. We put 2 such halves on a plate. Next, we need cakes, and judged by these pieces, they are with the addition of pistachios. Therefore, we baked a pistachio sponge cake. We take it out of the oven. And when it is cooled down, we release it from the mold. First of all, we cut off the top of the biscuit. We don't really need this. As you can see, there are pieces of pistachio in the biscuit just like in the picture. Now you need to divide the biscuit into exactly 2 cakes. Done. We put the first cake on the plate. The next step is cream. We will make it using heavy cream. We need a little bit more than half of a package. And onto the stove. Bring it to a boil. And pour in some white chocolate with super hot cream. Stir until the chocolate melts. And at the end, we blend it with an immersion blender so that not a single lump remains. There you go. To get the same shade of cream as in the original, and literally a teaspoon of pistachio paste. Now cut some soft butter into pieces. cream. For the final time, we blend everything with a blender. That's it, we send the cream into the refrigerator for 3 hours to set. As a result, we're left with a really thick cream like this. We put it into a cooking bag. And we put this cream around the entire perimeter of the cake. Pour the entire package of natural pistachio paste into the center of the cake and spread it around a little bit. Next, cover it with the second cake. Here we're going to change the nozzle so that the shape of the cream is more similar to what was in the game. We continue to plant some balls. Here you need to fill the entire tier with cream. Next, you need to recreate the flowers. We will make them using purple and white mastic. Just roll it around with a rolling pin into a thin state. Also, with the help of 2 cookie cutters in the form of a flower, we squeeze out the desired shape. Done. Now we just have to use a special tool for the mastic to blend the petals. Now we connect 2 flowers and add some pollen balls. We made 2 flowers like this, one larger and one smaller. We'll use mint as leaves, and we'll just lay out the leaves on top of the cream. And then the flowers themselves. The next thing to repeat is the 3 little things right here. And we also made them out of mastic and painted them with food dyes. In my opinion, they turned out pretty similar. We put a little blue weirdo right here on the cake. Then an orange one with glasses. And a green one. Next, a leaf that looks like a water lily. We also made this using mastic. We set it for the cake. Now we have the inscription and the bird. The inscription is made in the form of a gingerbread with sugar painting. We attach a bird made of mastic to it on a toothpick and carefully place it in the center of the cake. The next detail is these red berries. They remind me of strawberries, which is why we still will use them. We install 2 pieces directly into the cream. Purple petals. We'll also make them out of mastic. We put them in the right places. Next come the pistachios. We brought some peeled and salted ones. We put them in between the peaks of the cream. And sprinkle them in the center of the cake. To do this, we'll use some chocolate petals. So now let's compare the cake from the Genshin Impact game with ours. I'd say it's about 99% similar. It's very similar. It took half a day to make this pistachio cake from Genshin Impact, but I'm very happy with the result. Let's do it right here. Let's cut off a piece. This is how the cake turned out inside. You can see the pistachio filling. Let's finally try it. It is super delicious. I love when it tastes like natural pistachios and not chemical tasting with the smell of marzipan, which is stuffed into all desserts with the store under the guise of pistachios. There are so many different dishes in Genshin Impact that we decided to repeat one more. It's salty this time. I chose a pestilence tortilla. Let's try to cook this tortilla one and the same like in the game. And let's start with the meat. Pork was used in the game, but we will cook it using a mini slow cooker. We put some cloves, cardamom, cinnamon, anise, green onions, garlic, ginger, chili, a granule of chicken broth, and soy sauce, Chinese culinary wine, and hoisin sauce. And we send 2 pieces of pork into this Chinese batch. Cover with a lid and turn on the heat. We will cook the pork like this for an hour and a half. After a while, the pork is ready, and the liquid is turned into a full-fledged sauce. The heat can be turned off, and the meat can be transferred onto a cutting board. Let's cut our glazed pork into smaller pieces. Next, we need to recreate the tortilla. This requires flour, yeast, oil, and warm water. Knead the dough. The consistency turned out to be slightly denser than for bread. Now a piece of dough needs to be rolled out so that it looks like a flatbread in shape. And we send it to the frying pan. Cover with the lid, and in just 2 minutes you can turn it over. Cover with the lid again and brown the second side. Done. Remove the pan from the stove and send it to bake in the oven. Literally 12 minutes. The tortilla is ready. Now we just need to cut into it lengthwise. Put the meat in it. We don't have enough green pieces here, so we'll make them from bell peppers. Cut it into cubes. And send them into the frying pan. Just toss them around for a couple of minutes and you're done. You can add that on top of the meat. Now for the sauce, we will use leftovers cooking for the meat. That's it, you can cover up the second half of the tortilla. So right now we're missing this symbol like this. We printed it out on waffle paper as well. In order for it to stick, lubricate the cake with water. And glue on the little symbol. In the game, the pestilence cake is served in an envelope. We made the same one out of parchment paper, and we'll serve the pestilence cake just like in the game. It remains to add a little bit more sauce so that it flows out just like in the game. So the pestilence cake in the game Genshin Impact and in life, the similarity is about 80%. Still, it was necessary to make the symbol bigger. But in general, if you don't find fault with this, it turned out just like this. Let's evaluate the taste of the Mora tortilla. The meat inside the tortilla is sweet and sour and incredibly tasty, and thanks to the sauce, it's very pleasant to eat. The last game for today is Fortnite. To get armors like this, you need to drink a potion in the game. And that's what we're going to recreate today. To do this, we need a lot of ingredients, and we can't do that without a blender here. First of all, we drop some ice cubes into it. Next, blueberries. Then a prime drink with a taste of blue raspberry. Pour all this into a blender. The next one will be blue curacao syrup. It will make the taste even more intense. Blue dye. And most importantly, food sequins. Add half a jar. Cover with the lid and turn on the blender. Done. Now we need exactly the same decanter as in Fortnite. We take our concentrated drink and fill even less than half of the decanter. The last thing remains, strongly carbonated water. It's going to dilute our concentrated drink and add some gas bubbles. Cover with a lid. So, a comparison of the Fortnite potion with ours. In my opinion, it turned out identical. And I would say that this food glitter running around inside the drink is great. Let's finally try out this potion. I didn't get any armor, but the potion tastes really good. Write in the comments what other games you would like me to see on my channel. Be sure to subscribe and like this video. Bye everybody!